came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it, many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Will you find me? Hope you find me. I'll be back home soon. When the sunrise, when the sun.
All right, welcome back everybody. Thanks for coming back to the channel. As you can see from the title, this is my second race of the 2022 season. So if you watched any of my vlog videos before, you would have seen that I'm not investing in any one series. I'm kind of choosing and picking events and races that interest me with the price of gas, ones that maybe are a little bit closer to home unless it's a bigger event. I'm just trying to be a little bit more realistic with my season and not let it get out of hand. So this race is the Cochrane'S Xc. My understanding for this race is that it hasn't run in a couple of years, at least due to COVID, but it's a very popular event, and I know why. So this race is my first race in the intermediate B category, so I've moved to the afternoon in the Off-Road Ontario series. Again, I'm not going to race the entire series. Some of the races are just too far away to be on the track for 2 hours, so for the XC series, I will do a few of them, this being one of them, but the ones I will do will be closer to home. So for Cochrane's, it was about a 3-hour drive. I made my way down there, lots of time there and back in one day. So it's a really good, it was a really good second race to do. As far as the track was concerned, it's one of my favorite tracks I've raced in Ontario. So as far as, you know, the actual track portion, the grass track, there was a couple of really, you know, small, safe, low-risk jumps. on the track, and then I thought the single track was absolutely excellent. It was just technical enough that it equalized the playing field a little bit, but it was definitely fast enough to keep things interesting, and I had a really good time. So I thoroughly enjoyed this race. I want to thank the club, and I want to thank all of the volunteers who put this on, because I think they did a great job. I haven't done all of the Ontario Off-Road XCs, or the Off-Road Ontario XCs, but what I would say is this was one of the best organized and marked courses that I've done since I started racing last year in Ontario. So it was well marked. They were Johnny on the spot whenever tape was torn down. There was volunteers all over the place, lots of sweet riders out there kind of keeping an eye on things and making sure that the track was good to go. In some spots they even had volunteers who were kind of remediating some of the terrain in some of the areas. For instance, there was a turn that brought you in through a barn. It was getting dug out pretty bad, but they basically had somebody there all afternoon with a rake, and they were kind of smoothing it out, or making the rut not so bad, lowering the risk and keeping everybody safe and making sure that everybody was able to make that big tight turn and get through the barn, which was kind of cool, and then back out onto the grass track. So very, very good event. Really happy I went down for it. I placed about mid-pack in my category, so I mean, nothing to write home about, but again, moved up a class, still testing and adjusting the suspension on my bike. I did some measurements when I got home, and I had messed up the sag in the back a little bit, so I was running, I didn't have enough sag, so too much preload, and I really felt it. I really did. I got beat up. But anyways, no excuse. Mid-pack, I was happy with it. It was a lot of fun, and riding in the afternoon is pretty crazy. You get the Ontario pros coming around. Those guys are super fast. Even though I could only keep up with some of them for a few seconds after they passed me, just watching them kind of go through the same terrain I was going through, but basically on the gas the whole time, letting the bike do whatever it basically kind of wanted, in control obviously, but you could just see the movement of the bike underneath these riders as they were on the gas through the single track. So you won't see much footage of that today in this video, because I'm with all my race videos, what I like to do is a little bit of an intro, and then I like to leave a full lap. So if you've listened to me talk for this long, just understand there is one full lap worth of footage, and then that's basically it. I cut it. I don't want these videos to be 2 hours long. Nobody's going to watch them. I don't think too many people actually watch the full lap, but I like to leave it there, because if you're like me and you got a race coming up, sometimes, especially if you haven't been to that event in a while, it's nice to go the year before and check out the race and see, watch kind of a lap if somebody's taking footage of it. So that's why I do that. Leave the full lap in, watch it if you want to, don't if you don't, not a big deal. So anyways, lots more to come. There's a couple of big events coming for Moto Valley Enduro. Of course, just before I end the video, I'd like to say that this race was over Father's Day. It was also over the Erzberg weekend, which, if any of you are fans and, watching the races, big shout out, obviously, to Tristan Hart. It's been cool to see him at some of the events that I've been at. He was at the Corduroy last year, where he won, obviously, quite easily. I'll call him a kid just because of my age, but he's very, very talented. I think there's going to be big things coming from him. It's amazing that a Canadian was on the podium at Erzberg. I don't know his history and how many times he's attended that event, but I don't think it's too many. And as far as support goes, I think he was backed and he had a bit of support at the race. But along with Tristan Hart, we had 3 local riders from Ontario head out there. I would encourage you to go over to @BigIronMoto's YouTube page and take a look. And Russian Roulette Racing was also there. And then of course Chris, my buddy, also the third guy, and they went to Erzberg this year. So I mean, congratulations to those guys. You got to go check out their Instagram and their YouTube channel to really see what the experience was like, because it was amazing. But you know, Chris got involved with supporting Tristan Hart a little bit, you know, by way of an ad hoc pit crew to a certain extent, and I think he had a really good time, and I know Tristan appreciated it. So anyway, it's all coming together. Social media is awesome for that. You know, the group, there's all kinds of different opportunities being presented all the time. You know, we're all getting out and getting after it in our own way, and it's pretty rewarding. So check those guys out. And other than that, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. You know, I'd really appreciate it. Slowly growing the channel and slowly growing the Instagram and the followers, and it's been pretty cool with some of the people that are following. The last thing I'd like to say is, you know, I'm not a pro rider by any stretch of the imagination. I would say I'm a decent rider, maybe a good rider, but I love it. You know, I got back into it. I'm a little bit older, but I do this to build community. That's why I'm doing it. It's worked for me. You know, I get lots of invites to go out and ride, and it's been really great. But that's why I do it. So if you're watching my videos thinking you're going to learn something, unless you know, unless you're a true novice or, you know, a true beginner, you know, I'm probably not going to teach you anything. But I appreciate everybody who comes and checks this stuff out. So thank you very much. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Yeah.